Hello everybody, it's Mika and I'm back with another video. I know I haven't posted in a few days, maybe even a week, but I just been kind of low-key trying to, distance myself from the drama for a little bit, because sometimes when commentate or you react to videos and these type of people, it starts to it can kind of bring your energy down. So I had gave myself a little time to where I was just gonna just distance myself from from these situations and these storylines and stuff like that was going on, up on YouTube. But today I decided today was the best time for me to come back and do another reaction. I just seen that Liv's Life posted yesterday or a couple hours ago or something like that. She posted like a couple of videos actually. The first video I seen is she was in the bathroom and she was crying, and no, she looked like she was crying, and then she got to crying, and she looked like she was very upset, and then she got to speaking about the fact that she was out going to do something, and she moved down to Texas. That's what we already knew, that she moved to Texas, and she was thinking in her head, okay, well, I'm down in Texas, my baby daddy lived down in Texas, my husband lived down in Texas, so I've been having them all these other days, the kids, why don't I drop the kids off to him and let me have a free day off? And I don't see anything wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? So she said she was gonna drop it off with him. Whatever the situation may be, it seems as though, I don't know, I mean, did you talk to him, and did you get it, did y'all come into an understanding of him watching the kids? Because it seemed like to me, she kept on saying, because I left him with the kids. I mean, did you get an understanding? Even though that is the kid's father, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you still want to make sure you don't just be throwing your kids off onto any situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure that you have, some type of understanding with him before you just drop your kids off with him, And she was saying that the kids hadn't had a bath in a day, and they hadn't had their hair done for a day after being with him. And because and she's still being petty, talking about, he didn't have any money to buy them no clothes from Walmart and all that stuff. Stop trying to make it about that, because at the end of the day, you trying to prove a point that he can't afford things right now, or whatever, where he put his money at, it does not even matter. The matter of the fact is that your kids needed some clothes, and regardless, your kids be with you 24/7. So you could have at least, you know what I'm saying, the soap thing, I don't understand why he don't have his own soap. But you have your kids home with you all the time. All their clothes is there with you. You know what I'm saying? Send your kids with an outfit or two. I mean, what is the problem with that? Why you couldn't do that? Why didn't you relay that with him? Why did y'all talk about these type of things? It seemed like to me, y'all need to get y'all communication good. You know what I'm saying? The communication needs to be better. You know what I'm saying? Like, it does. And she was basically, she was just upset because she dropped her kids off with Gerard, and come to find out, Gerard had took the kids over to his sister's house, and he was with his girlfriend instead of watching the kids, and she was upset about it. And I can totally understand. Don't do that to me. And she said, well, that even though that is his sister and that is the kids are related to his family, they don't know them like that. And I understand that. Don't do that, you know what I'm saying, without asking me before. You just gonna put my kids somewhere without even telling me. First of all, that's the first thing. Second of all, yeah, they don't even know them like that. And I remember being a young child and not really having a close relationship with my dad's side of the family. So when I would go over there, it would feel weird. So only imagine how little kids would feel, you know what I'm saying? Just being around, but just imagine kids being around, not even their dad, around other people, the sister, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying they bad people, but the kids don't know them. How comfortable could they have felt, So really, I think it just comes down to bad communication. I think that they need to get that under wraps, because it's just like, Lord have mercy. It's a lot. It's a whole lot of going on. I feel like Liv's Life is not telling the complete story. I feel like I don't know, but at the end of the day, they need to get that together. Now, I'm going to move on to the next video she posted after that. She was talking about, it was her sitting in the car, and she freshly just had her lips done, and she was like, yeah, she just came out and told the truth. She just came out and said with everything that we already been thinking, knowing. I already knew, that Gerard had been coming over, and when she first moved down there, she came down there to reconcile with him. That's all she had to say. She didn't have to make up this big old lie and make it seem like she was still. And then the lie didn't make any sense anymore. Eventually she should have just went on and came and told the truth in the first place. Well, I'm moving down here because I feel. How dumb. Yes, no matter how dumb you would have felt and how dumb you would have looked at, you would have certainly looked at way better than you looking now, right now, because you should have just came out and said from the first of the jump, yes, I'm moving down here to Texas to reconcile with my husband at the end of the day. Then nobody would have had nothing to say up until, you know what I'm saying? We would have already known, But so now she's in the car. She said, yeah, we've been having sex and stuff like that. And she said that he spent the night over there for 2 nights the weekend, and she had went through his phone and got into his phone and seen that he has a girlfriend. Now I'm like, okay, well, if you put your hand on the fire and the fire keep burning you, at the end of the day, you can't do nothing but blame yourself. You know what I'm saying? The age you are right now, come on now. Men are men, and I'm not making an excuse up for men and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, that you have been in a whole nother state, and he left you. Like, come on, you had to know. And she said she knew something was going on. But I guess it was the fact that she actually seen it for herself, and she had actual proof in her face. And you know what I'm saying? And I understand that's a different thing from feeling it and knowing it, even knowing it, but just not having that proof. But then now having that proof in front of you, it's a different thing. So I guess she was just basically in shock. She was sitting in the car, upset. I don't remember if she was crying or not. And I felt for her. I felt for her because at the end of the day, Liv's life does lie a lot. And you know what I'm saying? She does, twist around things. She's still lying about the situation with the house because because the story she's saying she moved down to Texas, and the house situation she ended up getting out the house and getting her money back around the same time. It does not make sense to me. It really does not make sense to me. But right now, the situation she was talking about was Gerard. She said that the girl was texting, he basically been playing both of them. The girl was texting the phone saying, Gerard, are you coming home? Because he was at Liv's house, and she was like, are you coming home? So you're not going to come home for the second night? So I guess he's living with the girl. And I can understand how hurtful that must be for Olivia. But to me, I feel like, girl, don't say nothing that if you don't really mean it. If you told him to leave and you're done with him and you don't want him, when you tell people that and you constantly keep saying it to them, they're going to believe it, and they're going to, you know what I'm saying? Now what can you do? You told him that you didn't want anything to do with him. You told him you didn't want to be with him anymore. And you're mad at him now, regardless of the marriage or divorce or whatever. You're mad at him now because he actually went and found someone else. You can't really be mad because you told him that you don't want him anymore. And I still feel for her, though. I feel for her still because I know how much you can love somebody and how it must feel, you know what I'm saying, to have kids with someone and then, that person hurts you, and it's all understandable. But to me, in my eyes, I'm just thinking in my head, it's like Leah's life is like whatever the situation may be. I don't know why would you move down to Texas. You say that you moved down there because your kids miss their father and all of that. I understand that, but at the same time, the way that things had went and played out is almost like you can really predict it. You were in Florida, and both of y'all were in Florida. He said he was going to leave. You told him that, okay, well, if you leave, I'm done with you, basically. And so he went to Texas, and you've been there. And after he left, you had been there. He went back to a place that he was at when he was messing with girls before. You know what I'm saying? And you were there in Florida for a lot of time after he left. And then that's when you decide, okay, well, I'm going to move down to Texas and try to make it work with him. Yes, he's going to build other relationships and going to do, I'm not saying that it was bound to happen. You know what I'm saying? It was just bound to happen. I'm not saying that that's what everybody should do. I'm not saying that that's what he should have done. I'm just saying it was bound to happen. And now that it happened, it's not the craziest thing. It's really not. And then situations, like she's talking about how, she's sitting in the car, back to when she was sitting in the car, she was talking about how oh my God, I can't believe, he's telling this girl he got a girlfriend. I can't believe I've been through a lot with this man. I've never had this happen before. This is the most wretched situation. See, I'm thinking about back to when, you remember when Liv's Life was talking about how Gerard had a baby on the way with the girl. And I'm like, how is this the wretched situation? Just because he has a girlfriend? But I'm like, when he had the baby, that situation was already fake and phony anyways, because we ain't hearing nothing else about it. And on top of that, I feel like that would be a more crazier situation, or more wretched situation, you know what I'm saying, than just him having a girlfriend. I don't know what y'all think about that. But yeah, that was just something I just thought about. I'm like, dang, so I mean, it don't seem like that was too much the truth. Because, I mean, none of this is happening. This is not nothing compared to if your husband had a baby on you. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, at the end of the day, like I said, I feel for Olivia. I feel where she's coming from, and I know everybody's not right in this situation. She's not right in the situation. He's not right in the situation. And those kids are the main ones being hurt. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be hurt by this, And I just hope that they can get it together, because at the end of the day, it's about the kids. Nothing else. Like, if you realize that you don't love this person and y'all cannot get along, or if you do love each other and stuff like that, sometimes it's best to just leave each other alone before you do hate each other. And it seemed like Liv's getting to that point where she hates him. You know what I'm saying? And you just need to leave the person alone and just care for your kids, both of you, as a common ground, And that's the only thing I got to say about that. And then I forgot to say that, she said that Gerard's passcode to his phone was her birthday. I don't know if I find that too much true. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. Even though the girlfriend wouldn't have known it, she could have looked it up. But I'm saying 9 times out of 10, she wouldn't have thought to put Liv's Life's birthday in. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't feel like Liv's Life. I feel like Live Life was coming on and telling us all of this. So she kind of wanted to use the fact that his passcode was her birthday as save face. And the fact that he probably do still, love her. And I'm not saying Gerard don't love the girl, because I'm pretty sure he do. 8 years, 3 kids. He does love Live Life. And you know what I'm saying? Some people can love people and not want to be with them. People can love people and all types of sorts of things. I'm just saying, I feel like Liv's Life was trying to throw that little Easter egg in there to make us feel like, if she does continue to try to be with him, this is, I don't know. That's what I feel about it, And it's just crazy to me. It's just crazy to me. It's a lot of situations like this going on right now. Like Cardi B going through that, where she left her husband, Offset. And I'm tired of hearing about that situation. She left her husband, and that was everywhere. And I was like, wow, I was kind of shocked when she left him. And the fact that she filed for divorce from him, and now it's coming back that she didn't got back with him again. And I'm really tired of hearing about it. And she's getting annoyed because people are giving their opinions on it. And she's saying, well, I mean, I just wish people stay out of my business. But to me, I feel like you went and put your business out there. And she's saying, well, no, I didn't, because when I filed for divorce, somebody went and leaked that story. But at the end of the day, when they leaked that story, it's plenty of people, stars and, what I'm saying, that A-list celebrities, all types of people, musicians and stuff, that had stories come out and say, well, this person is getting a divorce. And they never speak on it. You know what I'm saying? So you could have just sat up there and let it go and not spoke on it, Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? So then would nobody have nothing? Can't nobody put no quotations marks around around words that you said out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how you added on and egged on it, because you came and spoke about it. You spoke about when you left them, and you spoke about when you're getting back with them. And you could have just kept your mouth closed and just lived your life. But that's not what Cardi B likes to do. So I just want to compare that kind of, I guess, to the situation too, because Liv's Life always talking about how people are always thinking they know things about her life and stuff like that. I mean, when you put your stuff out there, people are gonna always speculate and have stories and thoughts and theories and all that stuff. I mean, and you put it on the YouTube. That's what they're gonna do. That's what they're going to do always, every time you do it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want nobody saying nothing about you, then don't give them no ammo. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling towards the end part, but I just want to come on here and give my reaction to that. I'll be back with more videos. Like, comment, and subscribe. It's Mika. Thanks for watching.
Help me to walk.